This is All Things Nerd production.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Kobolds in the Basement podcast. My name is Chad Hillson, your game master. We are joined here with Dave Morris.
Quick with a kick, so get off my ship. Caster Flamebeard.
Love it. Schaloan Dysland.
Coming in as Luminora.
And Steven Dysland.
Silent but deadly. Valerian at your service.
So let's get into it. This is Kobolds in the Basement. All right, now before we get started, let's do a quick recap of the last episode. So our heroes had just saved the King Regent, Jacobus, and were negotiating with him on the task that he had he definitely bribed them with it, to go out and seek out the evil and the illness and darkness that is starting to cast over the lands. And during that time, they definitely got their money's worth, especially Cass, who, with a great set of persuasion and taking advantage of the fact that Jacobus is a rich dude that doesn't know value of anything, aka me, got his hands on some plate mail, as well as Luminora getting a new weapon for herself in the form of a scimitar, and Valerian picking up a new hand crossbow. From there, they debated on the best path forward, whether it was to ride to get on the lightning rail or to take some mounts through the Kabara region, where there's been rumors of that darkness spreading, to get all the way up to the Moorholds, where Cass knows something is amiss. Or, if they're going to go through the Mournlands, it's a little bit out of the way, and then trek over to the Moorholds through means of airship. Through some deliberation, talking about their experiences and what they've seen through their travels, they decided to head along the coast up to Ter Valier in Valinar, to then get off the airship and ride into the Mournlands towards the Crimson Water. During that time, during their travels, they were attacked by some pirates, where Cass definitely took some damage, which was unusual so far, but also they wiped out the pirates, and the remaining captain, and who only had one arm left, no legs or his other arm, tried to steer the ship as they fled because of cannons. That's a real thing. They're dangerous. Don't play with them. After that, they decided, well, they didn't decide, they were in Ter Valier, and they set down the airship to then get on their mounts and ride towards the border of the Mournlands, and that's where we are picking up this week. All right, so the ship has touched down. You're about half day's ride, maybe a day's ride from the border of the Mournlands from Ter Valier. What are you wanting to do while you are here? Just rest and then get going the next day?
If we're going into the Mournlands, I don't think we should be traveling at night. I think we should find ourselves an inn, some nice ale, and set off at first light.
Nighttime is kind of my hours of operations, but sure, whatever you think.
Emery pipes almost like, drinks, dude? Yeah, I'm down for some drinks, man. But
You still got a couple of crossbow bolts sticking out of you, Emery.
Oh, shoot, man, yeah. I was wondering why my thigh hurt so bad. Oh, man. Yeah, let
First
me get
rounds on Emmett.
Yeah, again, man, like, I get where you're getting it wrong. It's not Emmett.
Emily.
But closer, but still not right, my guy. I figured, when you guys go off, like, our ship got wrecked, man, so I'll stay back, I'll fix up the sails, do what I can with, the crew that's left. Maybe hire some people here in the village to help mend it while you guys do what you gotta do. And then when you get back, then we can, like, continue on, Like, that work for you guys? Like, I'm totally down to come out for a drink, but, I got stuff to do here, and I'm starting to get a little tired. I think I'm bleeding a lot.
Well, don't worry, the ale hit you faster then.
Oh, my guy.
I think a drink would do us all a lot of good.
I dig this chick, man. Yeah.
I think that's the most she said in the whole time we traveled here.
She said something kind of hurtful as she walked away. I had to look up what illiterate, illiterate, that word meant, and it means basically she thinks I'm stupid. It
I
was mean.
suppose you could always prove me wrong.
I think I flew that ship well, man.
Maybe you can fly other shit well.
Okay, whatever, guy. So then, are you guys gonna head off to like an ale house? Or are you gonna keep just, I don't know, bullying Emery? Like, what's the plan?
I wrote an ale house.
We need to find stables for our horses, and then an inn/tavern where we can spend the night and also get some food and drink.
I think
Agreed.
Valerian's going to go find
A
some dark
traveler's
alley
lodge,
to walk
if you would.
A travel lodge?
Traveler's lodge.
A
Travel lodge.
Travel. Okay,
I
whatever.
think,
Motel
I think
6.
Valerian's going to find some dark alleyway to kind of walk down and just kind of keep his ears out for what he hears. And
Luminora's gonna find the bar.
Emery does tell you that, don't worry about the stables because, I mean, there is still, in the hold of the ship, but also they already planned for this. So him and the rest of the crew will get the mounts off all of your packs and everything that you're going to need to travel for the next day. So you guys go out and have fun.
Let's find ourselves a tavern.
I do not have it for that. So we're going to do some theater of the mind. So, you guys are walking through the town. It's not heavily populated by any means. Most of the storefronts and stuff like that are starting to shut down as the sun's going down. But there's very much kind of like on one end of town, there's a nicer looking establishment where you can definitely get like food and drink and stuff like that. There's also kind of like the equivalent of like a dive bar at the other end of the village. So which are you guys thinking for? Is Valerian just kind of like stuck in the shadows, or is he going to?
oh, he's definitely just kind of like wandering around this town, just
doing his own thing?
doing his own thing, listening to little conversations and, creeping on people, sort of.
Okay.
So the dive bar doesn't have any like inn or anything attached to it. It's just a bar.
Correct. The other one is much more of like a tavern with an inn.
All right, then I'm gonna go with the tavern with an inn only because I want to make sure I have a room to sleep in tonight.
Okay. So as you head into the inn and tavern, you're immediately welcomed with the smells of like fresh baked bread. There's jolly laughter. It's not too crowded. It's not super busy. It's a small town and it's near the border. So you can only imagine that part of the reason is people are getting nervous and not going out at night and things like that. So as you enter the inn, do you go straight to kind of like the housekeeping desk, or do you go to the bar?
Luminora goes to the bar.
All right.
I'm gonna go over to the whoever, because it looks like they'd be in charge of rooms.
All right.
Are you still with us there, Valerian?
I am not.
No, he is just wandering the streets.
He's lurking.
All right, so I was like, all right, how many rooms you got available?
Well, sir, hate to admit it, but we've got quite a few. We're not keeping that busy currently. How many you need?
3.
3? All right. There'll be 6 silver.
All right, I should shell it out.
All
Oh,
right.
man.
So I will mark off that.
And that does include, like fresh sheets and some bread in the morning for breakfast. If there's fruit left when you get up, help yourselves.
Why is it so? Why is so dead here?
There's many people are talking about the different reasons. Some think it's because of what's going on across the border in the Mournlands. They say that what little wildlife was starting to come back over these many years is starting to die again. And people are starting to get freaked out that it truly is a cursed place. Other people are just, as trade and everything is growing, are just moving to bigger cities. So I haven't met anyone that truly is been across the border and can tell of what's going on, at least with any sort of credibility. So I think it's just a changing of times and we're just in a slump.
Fair enough. So I toss him the silvers.
He slides you the keys and says, "Speaking of, what brings you to this little town?"
We're just stopping over right now. Or we were riding on an airship that got attacked by pirates, so we came in and docked to let them make repairs.
That's terrible. Hopefully there was no serious injury or loss.
Not on our part.
Give me a charisma check.
That is a 17.
You see him smirk. Yeah. You see the innkeeper smirk and say, "Sounds like a story I'd like to hear about, if you don't mind sharing.
Oh,
I
got stories.
Maybe in a little later I'll buy you an ale."
Sounds good. I got stories to fill libraries.
All right. Well, here are your keys. The room should be ready to go. Are you just needing them for the one night? I know that you said, does your ship need longer to repair?
I don't know how long the ship's gonna be need repair, but we'll be setting out in the morning on horseback.
Okay. If you need anything, just let me know.
Yep. And then I'll go find Luminora over at the bar and just like slide her one of the keys. I don't know where Mask Boy went, but I got him a room too.
The barkeep just pipes in and goes, "Mask Boy. What a weird nickname."
I don't know what it is. I don't even want to know at this point. But there's somebody else in our group, and I have no clue where the hell he is.
Okay. Well. I mean, it's not a big town. I'm sure you'll find him, but people get weird at night. So, if you find him, just be careful.
Yep. What you got on tap?
Well, what do you like to drink? We have got some wine, some ales, whiskey, of course.
I'll start with a pint of ale.
All right. He slides it over, and I'll do 1 copper.
I give him 2.
Oh, thank you, sir. And for you, miss.
Whiskey neat, please.
All right. Do you just want house, or do you want something aged? No offense. I see the elven ears. You want something aged?
Your finest, if you would allow.
All right. He pours, a little bit of whiskey in, sets it on the bar, slides it over, and that'll be 2 silver.
I do 3.
Oh, my lady, you're too kind.
Not a worry. She winks at him from the bar.
Give me a charisma check.
Shut the fuck up, Dice.
Talk later.
Even though he's a big, jolly dude, he blushes a little bit.
Aw.
And then he turns to you and says, "So, what brings you guys to this little town?"
An airship and pirates, if you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, get out of here. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That wasn't with a... Oh, I sent 2 of them. Oop, my bad.
With a 19, he's flabbergasted. He's just taken aback. He's like, you took on pirates?
Their
Not
fault.
just me, but this good lad right here. And I point to Cass right next to me.
I've probably still got their blood on my armor.
The barkeep looks at you, looks at your armor, definitely sees some dried blood,
Yeah,
and is no longer blushing.
Yeah, I'm full dragon age, like just covered in. I just don't care.
So, were you trying to get to this town, or was it because of pirates?
This was a stop on our way. After the pirates, our ship was a little damaged, so we've set down for repairs.
Okay, and where are you heading to next? Not many people make a border village their stop.
I think the plan is eventually get up to Geetherhold and pick up the lightning rail.
Okay. I don't mean to be rude. Where did you come from?
Pilas Meridol.
Where did the pirates greatly detour you?
No, our idiot pilot decided to take a scenic route.
Yeah. He points over his shoulder at a guy just like sweeping the same spot over and over, and he's like, "I got one of them."
His name is Emmett.
Emmett, you've already swept that spot. Go clean something else. Okay. Emmett runs off. We're gonna cut over to the streets of the town with Valinar. So, what are you trying to do as you're just stalking and moping and?
Chad, what's my name?
Oh, I called you Valinar. I'm sorry, Valerian.
Better.
We're in the nation of Valinar. Damn you! You named your character wrong. I'm just kidding. What is Valerian doing as he's also staring at the map?
I don't want to say like scouting, but he's definitely, kind of staying off the main roads and just kind of keeping his head on a swivel. Just kind of doing his normal, vigilante-esque, seeing if anything's kind of amiss, anything's going down in the town kind of thing.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Or an investigation. Either one. With a 15, as you're walking up and down the streets, cutting through alleys, it's not a very big town. But the sun's starting to set. It's kind of on the border, so it's getting a little foggy. Not like in an eerie way, just it's helping with the darkness. It just seems a lot later and darker than what it really is. So as you're going up and down the towns, you see, some couples, families, things like that, leaving from different businesses and not inns, but like taverns and bars, restaurants, heading home. But there's really not a lot going on in the streets.
Is there is there like a bell tower, clock tower, something tall?
There's a church. It probably stands about 20, 30 feet above the rest of the buildings in its little spire.
Can he go and climb one of that church?
Yeah. Are you wanting to go through the church and try and climb stairs, or climb from the outside?
If it seems feasible to climb on the outside, probably just stick with the most direct route.
Okay. Give me either an athletics or acrobatics check. We'll call it a DC 13.
Not a 13.
You can't quite jump high enough to grab anything. And for some reason, there's not a lot of stuff around the edge of the building.
So we'll go through it.
Okay. So go to the front door. Give me just a raw luck check. Give me just roll a d20. We'll say 11 and higher. Door's unlocked. 10 or below, it's not.
16.
Cool. So you go to the church door. It's unlocked. You go in. You start walking around. Are you doing anything on the inside before you try and get up their bell tower?
Probably just trying to stealthily make my way through, because I don't really want anybody to know that I'm there. So probably just
okay. Give me a stealth check.
Slinking on through that church. 20, not natural, but 20.
Oh yeah. As you're sneaking around, there's some clergy walking around talking. They're not really looking for you. They wouldn't expect you to be there. Plus the door was unlocked. They expect late night visitors to come in and pray, whatever. So you're stalking around. You find the bell tower. You notice that there's a ladder, but it only goes about halfway up to a platform. And then there's ropes on the bells that go all the way up. What do you want to do?
Sure, climb the ladder. Probably don't want to grab onto the ropes, because that would make the bells toll. So we'll stick up on the platform and see where we are from there.
Okay. So you're kind of roof height with most of the other buildings around. There's small windows, whatever. Is there anything that you're looking for? Anything particular, or are you just
probably going to be looking around below me at the town, and then depending on which direction this church is or this platform's kind of facing, see if I can kind of spot anything going on past the border, if that's relatively close.
Okay, so with where the church is, it's kind of center of the town. It's old school village or anything like that. So the church is the center, because then everyone can be equally close to God. but you can't really see over a lot of the buildings. Give me a perception check. Or an investigation check. Give me an investigation check. I lied about perception.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, there's windows. You can't really go any higher. You see the street. It's a quiet night. Nothing's really going on in this small town.
Fair enough.
All right. Are you gonna just stay hanging out in the church, or what are you gonna do?
I imagine he stays at about as tall as he can be for I don't know a couple hours before he heads back to the tavern that the other guys were talking about.
All right. During those couple of hours, we're not going to do a whole lot of role playing for what you guys are doing at the tavern, but what are you doing? Are you eating? Are you drinking? Partying?
I'm getting a meal and just doing pints of ale.
Okay. Cass is having a couple of pints. Had a decent meal altogether. After a couple of pints and some food, probably ran you up about a silver.
Yeah, I tip another 5 copper on top of that.
Oh, you are just so kind. And then the barkeep slides over just a second pint, even though you haven't finished your other one. He's like, "You've treated me well. This one's on me."
I'm not afraid of double fisting.
I like you. Probably about this time, Valerian is coming up to the tavern, walking in. What are you doing as you're getting here?
Valerian probably just walks into the tavern there and sees his compatriots chugging away and asks Caster if he happened to get us any rooms for the night.
I slide him the other key. We had plenty. We each got our own room.
He grabs a key and says, "Much obliged, sir." And looks over to Luminora, takes a little cordial bow, and "I bid you both good evening." And just kind of walks up to his room and shuts the door. But he doesn't go to sleep. He's just kind of in there thinking.
As he walks away, the bartender leans over to you, Cass, and goes, "Is that your guy? The
broody elf? Yeah.
No,
he's not our
the ship guy that you were talking about.
No, trust me, you'd know if you met that one.
Oh, okay.
No, that one's just broody.
I can see that. All right. Anything else you guys want to do before the night's over? Luminar
Oh, I would like to get another whiskey neat.
pours it to you, slides it over. 2 silver.
We'll do another 3.
He blushes again. All right. So things. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Can I ask him when his shift gets over?
Well, I'm here till the end of the night, and then I got to clean up. So depends on how rowdy and messy everyone else here gets. And he tries to wink at you, but it's more of just a very aggressive blink. He's just like, I'm
gonna pat my 3 silvers on the counter. I'm gonna pat him and shove him towards him, and I'm gonna say, "That's all right," and I'll walk up towards my room.
That's fair. All right, so the night winds down. You guys sleep just fine. No real incident. You wake up. No real instances going on. You wake up, head back to the ship and the stables and stuff like that. Grab your mounts and head off towards the Crimson Water and the border of the Mournlands.
This should be interesting. My family made it a point to never go into this place. Now I'm intentionally going in there. Come on, Gilly. I know it's gonna suck.
So you guys head off, you start trotting. It's about a half a day's ride to the border. You're riding along, everything's going good, the weather's nice. As you get closer and closer to the border, everyone give me a perception check. It's foggy. It's
Big old cloud.
yeah, it's unnaturally foggy.
Yeah, my 2 is not seeing much of anything. I'm too busy talking to Gilly.
And just meh.
You said it.
You keep riding along. You cross into the Mournlands. It's very apparent that you've crossed over those borders because, like I said, it's quite an unnatural fog. Suddenly, it's more humid, but also colder, despite the fact that it's late summer across the continent, but it's much chillier here. There's not a whole lot going on that you can see in terms of foliage, wildlife, things like that. You ride for a good day, and then, it starts to get even dark for what you've been riding in for part of the day. It gets really dark. Do you guys want to stop for the day, or do you want to keep pressing on?
Can I do a perception check?
Absolutely.
Like, how many hours do you think we've been?
6 or 7 hours. So you could probably get a few more hours of riding in if you wanted to.
While we are still riding, I want to, because it got darker, I want to do a perception check.
Okay.
Also, why she's perceiving things. Nat 20. Nice.
With a net, what are you looking for?
Honestly, a reason why it got dark so fast. Unnaturally fast.
So with a nat 20, it's still so much mystery surrounds the Mournlands since the last war, hundreds of years ago, where the day of mourning, the nation of Sire that once resided within the borders that is now the Mournlands, had like a supernatural, hate to use this word, but like a supernatural like holocaust, where the nation was just wiped from the map in the matter of a day during the war. So a lot of it is still unknown as to why. But you can, on a nat 20, you can only really understand that it's lingering from that, plus with the rumors of the darkness and the evil that's been rising through those rumors, you think that the combination of those two is the reason.
Okay. So Luminora probably resonates. That is the balance at work in the world. Then moves past her feeling.
As they ride along, Cass is probably just saying stuff like, I've heard so many stories about this place. All bad. Nobody knew what happened. So many possible explanations why. But the horror stories that have come out of the Mournlands are just terrible.
I'm going to say at some point during this ride, Valerian summoned his owl.
Okay.
And is just kind of having him kind of fly ahead and above and around. Just kind of...
Just watch your back, Eddie. The stories of towns that are completely dead, but the bodies have never decayed. They just lie there like the same instant at the instant of their death. Or people just frozen in the moment. And monstrosities that have been born out of this place. We best be on our guard if we're going to check out this lake.
Could have told us that before we left, but that's alright.
I would assume everybody by now would have known to not fucking go in the Mournland.
All right. So as you guys ride for a little bit longer, it just keeps getting darker and darker.
We need to find a place to stop. It's only going to get worse. We're going to need to try to stay secure if we can.
So as you ride, you find a little alcove, just kind of almost like surrounded by like small hills. And it almost looks like an old like war trench. There's still spikes and stuff like that lining the walls of the trench. You set up camp. You think that this, this might be a good place to stay. I know that there's blood on the ground in the map. There's not in real life.
No, there could be. It wouldn't degrade.
Yeah, it's very true. It could be. But there's, these little kind of like pop-up stables where you could put your mounts and everything like that. So, you can put Gillian there.
All right.
Give you an investigation check, see if there's a, just anything around. Like, I can't think of anything specific that would be chilling here, but just see what I can
Go ahead.
see.
All right, with a
17?
17, you hear some noises in the woods around you, but it's nothing too insane. It just kind of sounds like creatures and stuff like that. You know, little animals scurrying around, scavenging, things like that. Anyone else?
Need to set up our tents. I recommend we try to keep them really close to each other. I can give us a little bit of protection that way, at least while we rest.
All right.
Okay. So as you
Valerian's gonna stand.
what?
To say Valerian probably sets his up fairly close to those little pop-up stables.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set up my tent. And over here, Gilly, she doesn't need a keep stable. She's not going anywhere. She's actually intelligent.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna set up my tent probably right about, here.
okay. All right.
Suggest you guys put yours as close to mine as you can. After we get our tent set up, and be like, all right, I don't want either of you telling anybody about what I'm about to do. And pull off my left glove, and then pull out a piece of silver wire and a bell. And you see on the back of his left hand is a blue and red, almost looks like a Japanese kind of symbol, but it's like a mark born onto the back of his hand. And I don't know if they're familiar with what that might be or not.
Check.
13.
So with
20.
So let's start with Valerian with a 13. You have heard. Also, you, based on your upbringing, you know that some people are marked to some degree from birth or otherwise. Sometimes they manifest later in life, but you don't know a whole lot about them. For Luminora, on a nat 20, Dave, how much does she know?
She probably recognizes what it is, at least. I mean, I don't know how prominent the houses are now compared to when Cass was around, because it's been 300 years.
Yeah, yours is just a regular. It's not a parent, right?
Yeah, it's a normal house. It is the Mark of Wording.
So, on a nat
Mark of
20, Luminora, you would recognize from just your studies growing up that this is a dragon mark. It
Okay.
has been known, especially in dwarves. Oh, I don't have the name of the house right in front of me. One of the most prominent houses that handles like the banking and finances for the Moorholds is also known for their lineage of dragon marks. Typically, they have some sort of magical component behind them. And it's something that you would have come across in your studies growing up. So you might not know just because of how far removed in history it is. You might not know exactly what it is or exactly what it means, but you know that it is a dragon mark from a prominent house.
Okay.
So it is the House Kundarik. Is the name of the house with the Mark of Warding. And they don't just do banking for the Moorholds, they do banking for all of Corvair. And so, as I'm walking around with this silver wire and bell, you see the mark on the back of his hand just starts glowing. And then, as I walk around our tents, I cast the alarm spell.
Okay.
Wicked.
And then I proceed to put my left glove back on them, just give them both like a really harsh look, like, you saw nothing.
Luminora notices his hand and watches it like a hawk until he puts his glove back on his hand to make eye contact with Cass. And almost understanding.
That spell will protect us. If anybody except for us three crosses the line that I've just traced out, I will be alerted.
Right. So then you guys...
Oh, sorry.
I still suggest we keep watch, though.
So who goes first?
I'll take the fish.
Who?
Am I muted now?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Who's going to go first?
You and Schaloan talk
On-
at the exact same
On
time.
my headset, if it's flashing, that means that I can talk, and if it's solid red, that means I can't, or that I'm muted. On this one, it's the opposite, so it confuses me. Yeah, Valerian just kind of doesn't give you guys any time to think or deliberate about it. He just says, I'll take the first watch. Kind of just sits.
All right. And then, so while you are taking watch, give me a perception check.
Perception. 18.
Okay, with an 18, you definitely hear some crunching, some chattering coming through the woods. Tell me, actually, I can look just really quickly. Okay, so it just sounds like nonsense to you, but with that, you see two people come in from across the camp out of the bushes.
Do I notice anything about them, or just like two humanoid shapes?
You see two kobolds.
Gotcha.
Are they in a basement?
Well, they definitely were drawn to, the little bit of a fire, and also just the fact that there's someone actually here.
Do I get the sense that they are tracking, they're civilian terms here. They've got me specifically marked?
I have a question.
They do not have you specifically marked. They're more just trying to investigate. What's your question, Schaloan?
We didn't start a fire. Technically, we didn't start a fire. So,
It's always been burning since the world's been turning.
Thank you.
Damn it, Ryan.
There was a fire. I'm sorry.
I feel like we probably would have started.
I already made it happen. I'm sorry. But yeah.
One does not simply camp without a fire.
please.
You do if you don't want to be detected.
Valerian, what do you do?
So since I don't think that they've really, marked me yet, I'm gonna sneak kind of outside, behind the, kind of around by the stables, between the stables and the walls area. Just kind of stealthily walk my way over to there.
Okay.
We're doing anything else?
Give you a stealth there.
Thank you, guys.
And then kind of to where I can still see them, but I'm not near the tent, so they wouldn't really be looking for me over to here. And then can I roll, I don't know, investigation maybe, just to see if I can hear them talking amongst themselves, or if they're signaling back to anybody else, or
I mean, they're definitely chattering and stuff like that. Do you speak Draconic?
what I took is my other language. I don't know where to see that. Is there a way to see what languages I speak? Because I don't see it.
Bottom left of your character sheet. It's the last box on the left-hand side.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish.
It was
do
Dwarvish. It was Dwarvish. I thought about taking it.
Yeah,
I can't hear what they're saying. I just know that they're...
You just know that they're talking, but it's kind of in hushed tones. Because now they also, as they get closer, now they're starting to see, horses and stuff like that. So, and I know exactly what this is going to do. They're going to come a little bit closer, which will put them within 20 feet.
Well, it's a 20-foot cube that I, block off, so it's a 4x4 square.
Oh, I thought it was just 20 feet from you.
No, it's only it's a 20-foot cube that if anything crosses that line, then I'm alerted.
Okay.
So I'm still in my tent asleep, unaware, because they haven't crossed into the...
Okay. And, they keep chattering. They keep kind of looking around, wondering what's going on. They see the tent. They don't exactly know what's going on. And then Valerian, give me another perception check.
Fuck.
Cool.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah. With a nat 1, you're just fixated on them. You don't know what they're saying, but you are just paying attention to them. One's going to come over here. One's going to come right up to the edge of the tent.
I was going to say, could I still have moved, though?
Yeah.
Before he moved over there, I was going to...
We'll just say that you did this before he rounds the corner.
I was going to say he comes up to... because they were, right over here. So I was going to come up behind him then have be pointing my hand crossbow at the one on the right, and then have like my dagger kind of just threateningly pointed at the one on the left,
Okay.
and then just kind of give a little cough to announce myself, and I'll say like readying in action with the crossbow.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you cough to alert them?
Just like to let them know that I'm Rambo style, hey.
Oh yeah, to alert them.
Well, it freaks them out and roll initiative.
All of us or just him?
Can I do my ready to action?
Roll initiative first, but yeah, because you did ready in action. So regardless of, you guys can roll too if you really want to, but you don't know what's going on yet, so you're not going to do it right away.
Right.
It would just be for when we are awake.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Well, you still will get to. I'll give you a surprise round, depending on what you want to do, because you did sneak up behind them.
Well, I'll probably just only takes me a split second to hit the hand crossbow.
Okay. For the top one on the right.
Yeah.
It flies through. It sticks into the wood of the makeshift stable, and
What
then
are these rolls?
you hear a thunk, and then the horse just starts freaking out. Just that's more of a cat, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
There you go.
These rolls, I can't even. All right.
Yep. All right, and then with that, they're a little freaked out. So what they're both going to do? What's their?
Are you gonna move them back to where they were, or no?
Are we allowed to wake up to the noise of the horses?
Give me a perception check.
Both Cass and me.
Yeah, both of you.
Cass.
You haven't woken up yet, and then also.
Oops, there we go. Sorry, it's 7 for Gilly. She's not up yet.
Oh.
All right. So the two that are right up there on you are both going to take swings with their dagger, but because of pack tactics, they both have advantage. So 22 hit.
Does hit for 3.
Yep, for 3. And then the other one's going to swing for 15. I don't think that hits, right?
Just hits.
It does? Oh, that sucks for another 6. The other, only one of them is close enough and within eyesight. Just going to throw a sling for 19.
Can't change my health.
What you took 6
15 total.
15, yeah.
That hurt.
Oh, you're looking real hurt, man.
I hope you're screaming out now.
Please?
Yeah, how do you react? You get
Yeah.
they
Come
run
on.
up on you and just shink 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 cut in,
It just yells stranger danger.
and then from behind you just feel something thud against the back of your head. And as you kind of stumble forward, you look over your shoulder and see yet another kobold that just launched a rock through a sling.
Just yell stranger danger.
What sort of check should I make you roll for how loud you are? Performance?
Something to do with the 15 damage, I think.
Maybe they're taking you down quietly. You know what? Give me just give me a raw D20. We'll say DC 10 or above. You make enough noise that they wake up.
Cool. That's an 8.
Woof.
But it's
Everyone
not,
can
doesn't-
still give me. Everyone else can still give me a
Perception.
perception check, including Gilly.
That was Gilly's with the 10.
10 does it. There's already an attack going on. I'd say because of your connection to Gilly, that if she starts,
Well, she can speak to me telepathically.
Meh.
Yeah. And she's got a passive perception of 11 anyway.
Oh, perfect. Valerian, it's your turn again.
Sweet. All right. I'm going to run past these guys. Well, I guess I'll do this. I'll move up to there so that I'm a little bit free. I'm going to take a swing on this guy, the top one, top kobold.
Okay.
With my big dagger. Or my rapier. Got ahead rapier. 24 to hit. There's my high rolls. Okay.
Yep. So roll for damage. Definitely hits.
11 piercing.
Oh, you take both of them out.
Sweet.
We're going cleaving rules with this, so they're gone.
Love it. So I'll change that to instead of me stepping up first, as I'm like, I notice that there's reinforcements coming in from behind. So I just, as I'm rushing past these two, I just take out my rapier and just make like nice, smooth, clean cuts right along their throats as I run past them. Just one right after the other. Slit.
They
and
just
I rush back to where Gilly
then they
is.
crumple. One falls into the fire, starts to sizzle. The other one follows, basically like as you're running and slicing, its body follows your sword.
I love it.
In that direction.
I know it doesn't matter right this second, but what I would still have, excuse me, the owl, right?
How long does it last?
So it's unsummoned or it dies. So yeah,
okay. You still have it.
Okay, I just wondered if I did. So I don't think it can really do much for me at the moment, but.
All right, so then that comes up, and that's Cass's turn.
Cass steps up out of the tent. What the heck is going on out here?
We've got company.
Sees 2 dead kobolds and 2 more out there. It's like, and you didn't think to let us know they were here.
Well, you know now, so.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. And then I'm just going to advance up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to take the dodge action.
Right, which gives disadvantage on the next
Yep,
attack?
yeah. All attacks next turn.
Okay, and that's to you, Luminora.
I'm awake, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Right. I'm sorry, 1 second. Cass, is Gilly doing anything?
She'll just stand up and kind of get behind me.
Okay.
Because she acts on my turn. But
Okay, now Luminora. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I am going to move. Hopefully this works. Here we go. Right there. Sorry, this map is like going everywhere. I don't know what's going on tonight. There we go. I'm gonna run up to here, and I am going to shoot this guy with chill touch.
Okay.
It's a 10.
So a 10 misses, so your ghostly hand just flies off into the darkness right past the kobold as it chitters and growls a little bit, and then that will be the kobold's turn. So this one is going to come here. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to come here. They're both going to take sling attacks at Cass. I'm assuming both of those miss because you're a tank.
Yeah, plus they're at disadvantage. Dodge action.
Oh, that's right. Yep. You did take that.
Yeah, all attacks against me until the start of my next turn.
For some reason in my head I was thinking that was only for melee, but yeah, they both definitely missed. Just rocks just foom, foom. And then that's gonna be right back to Valerian.
Senor Owl is gonna swoop over here to pester Mr. Kobold over here to give me advantage on. Very sorry. I'm still trying to get used to the actual character sheet instead of the.
So is this also Jagger Hoover?
Yes, I was trying to think of the name.
Yeah, Jagger Hoover. You just hear,
Whoo!
Swoops in, just flapping around as it circles the kobold. The kobold is just like looking around, trying to figure out what the hell is flying around its head. And just as he's freaking out, trying to find Jagger Hoover flying around its head, turns as crossbow bolt just flies right past its head. All right, and then that's back up to Cass.
Is he gonna? My owl's gonna fly away too. J. Edgar's gonna dip for a sec.
Does he also get cunning action because of you?
He has flyby. He doesn't.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Cass. And I will swing on the one on my left with the Warhammer. That is a big old nat 1.
Oh, I'm sorry, I should have left him there. I didn't know you were going to go in there.
And then
Swing and hit the... You try and swing down right on him, and he moves just slightly as your hammer smashes into the ground. Dirt sprays everywhere. And during that time,
I'm really having trouble with
running
these
up.
kobolds.
yeah, and Gilly's coming up on the other one. And that is an 18 to hit.
Oh, and it's smashed to fucking bits.
Yes, Gilly just stomps on it.
You just hear a nasty just crunch and splat. The scattering of teeth as it hits twigs and rocks scattered in the dirt, just adding to the gravel.
Guess it's sausage for breakfast then.
And then Luminora, that's back to you.
Okay, I am going to move her 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Does that work?
Looks about right. Yeah, from where she was, she can easily get around.
Yeah, I know that with me using the arrows, it was a little weird. I am going to go after this guy with my scimitar.
And you get to swing that with advantage,
Yes.
because you are flanking.
Like a motherfucker. Let me see here.
Yeah. So with your light elven feet, as you're running, you're bouncing across the rocks around the fire. Coming up, you definitely hit, so go ahead and roll for damage. This kobold is still confused as to where the bird went. Now there's this massive dwarf, and then before it even gets a chance to react, you come up and just slice right into it, cut it down, and it is dead. It crumbles to the ground. Your scimitar comes down, almost splits it in half vertically, and it just drops.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it all.
All right, and that is the end of initiative. So now with all of that, you are all more than welcome to go back to bed.
Cass is going to walk up over to Valerian and just like grab him and pull him down so he's eye level with him. Go, when there are intruders, you don't do things solo or you're going to die out here, you idiot. And then just throw him, literally.
Give me an athletics check, and Valerian, give me an opposed athletics check.
It'd be acrobatics.
Not for this one.
Since
I guess it could just be raw strength, too.
I have a -1 in both, so. But I figured to at least land on my feet. Acrobatics.
I didn't roll there very well, so. But I didn't roll that low.
With your +5.
Yeah, so
Can I roll an acrobatics to at least just see if I landed on my feet?
go for it.
16.
Absolutely. So Cass grabs you, says that to you, shoves you back, you start to trip, and then you just backflip and land on your feet. You just whoop.
Luminora storms up to them on the side of Cass here and says, "What the fuck was that? Why didn't you wake us up?
We all got out alive. That's all.
You were on watch. What is
And
your
I was
problem?
watching.
You were watching and you didn't notice the 2 or 4 that came into camp without alerting us first.
I saw them. I saw them before they saw me.
And yet you didn't wake us up.
I had it handled. You didn't need to wake up. You could be sound asleep right now, and it'd be totally.
The blood dripping down your boot onto your boot says otherwise.
Handled my ass. Next time, I think I'll be saving your ass instead of you saving mine."
All right, well, since we're not finished here for the night, and you obviously like to do stupid shit, I'm going to do 2 things for you. And I take my glove back off, put it on his chest, and the first thing I do is I will lay on hands to heal him for 10.
Thank you.
And then the second thing I do is, and then the mark on the back of my hand glows again, and I cast mage armor on him.
Oh, shit.
So now your AC is 1 higher than what it normally is, because it's effectively like +1 studded leather.
What's up, everyone? Are you like me and my friends, where your food tends to be lacking just a little something extra? If you are, look no further than Crybaby Craig's hot sauce to fix all of your seasoning and spice needs. From adding a little bit of heat or just enhancing the flavor, this pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce will go on practically anything. Started by Craig himself in Minnesota, this sauce has become the staple of sauces and flavor enhancers across the lands for many, many moons. If you don't believe me, check out crybabycraigs.com and order yours today to, well, quite frankly, better your life, or at least your taste buds. But be sure to let them know we sent you and enjoy the best damn hot sauce there is. Again, that's crybabycraigs.com and let them know that we sent you. While that is going on, while you're healing, Valerian, I need everyone to give me a perception check.
14.
17.
22.
22.
Okay, so with a 14, you don't see a whole lot. With a 17, Cass definitely smells something in the air coming from up the hill. But with a 22, Luminora follows that smell and sees a faint glow and smoke coming from above the tree lines, like a small fire,
Do I
perhaps.
see what direction this is coming from?
Yeah, we'll say it's about north of the campsite, but like up the hill a little bit.
Oh, okay. It's all black up there.
Yeah, I just didn't. It's a small map.
That's fine.
It's off map in this case.
Okay.
But it's definitely up the hill. And you can smell. And it has, with both a 17 and a 22, it does not smell like a wood fire. It smells like something wretched is burning.
Great. How far away would you estimated it to be?
Quarter of a mile.
Can I do an investigation check? Is that allowed? To get more of like a scent?
Yeah, and you know what? Do that with advantage.
Okay. Let's see here. No, I think that just sent it.
With an 8, it smells like rotting plants.
Is there any way I could do athletics to maybe climb up right here to get a better like view through these here and climb up?
I'll allow it.
Okay. So athletics.
So you kind of climb up out of the trenches. You're just fascinated in what's going on in the air.
Mhm.
Since you're not in any sort of initiative, I'll say with a 14, you're able to climb up. It maybe your foot slips a little bit, but you're able to get up just fine. You're just following. Now give me another perception check, or like a nature check. Either one with advantage.
Oh. Ugh. Sorry, I hit the wrong one.
You rolled a 21, so I don't think it was the wrong one.
Nature? Nature is literally right above perception.
Oh, that's fine. With a perception check and you rolled a 21, it smells like rotting produce, but you don't see a lot of farmland around here. So something is definitely not natural with that smell. You've already seen the smoke. You know that it's uphill. Now that you're at a slightly higher vantage point, you see what looks to be like the roof of a house poking out over the tree lines. And the smoke is coming from it,
Okay.
or at least near it.
What do you see up there?
I was just about to say, at this point, can I climb down and tell my party what I sent and see?
Absolutely.
So I'll just run back over here and relay the information to my fellow companions.
Alright. Better go check it out. Kobolds could be attacking somebody else too. I'm gonna hop on Gilly and start riding towards it.
All right. Everyone else gonna grab their horses too?
Yes, I am. Oh, I can't move. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Okay, give me just 1 second. Just making sure that what we are coming to.
You'd be proud, Chad. I held off on another joke.
Aw, what was it?
When you're like, it smells like, I want to be like Teen Spirit.
You should have. Don't hold out on the jokes.
But he just kind of kept going like really quick. There wasn't like a pause, so I just couldn't.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys ride up and you find this house. It's almost like it has its own like personal cemetery and stuff like that. So go ahead and drag your characters onto this. Keep forgetting to switch my tools. Horses are there. All right, and you see this house. What are you going to do?
Luminora dismounts and starts reading the writing on the what are they called?
Tombstones?
Tombstones. Yes, headstones, whatever. Tombstones, headstones, whatever. Can I do a perception check?
I was gonna say if you're just trying to read them, just give me like just a raw intelligence check. Super
Okay.
low DC. It just looks to be like people's names, that they were born, that they died. You will notice that from the ones that you're looking at, that the latest death date was over 400 years ago. So no one new has been buried here in about 400 years.
Cass is just gonna stay on Gilly and ride closer to the house.
Are you
Can
gonna
I do
check?
like I was gonna say, can I do like a perception or something to see if I see anything through like the windows?
Well, I'm just waiting for more of the map to be revealed.
Yeah. Well, are you going through the door?
I couldn't tell where there was a door.
There's a door basically just like right here.
Is this whole house still on fire, or is it not? The fire not here?
Give me a perception check. This will be a very low DC for this one too.
Yeah, well, I still don't have very good perception. I rest my case on that one.
There's definitely smoke coming from the top of the house, but you don't know if it's from a chimney or not. And there's also smoke coming from a kind of like a crypt that's might help if I do that properly. That's just over there.
All right, so Cass is going to ride over to about here.
Okay.
And as a precaution, I'm going to use my divine sense, which is presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
There's undead near you. Does it say that you know roughly what direction?
Yeah, I know the location.
There's undead in the house. There's nothing in the crypt except for just this wretched stank, and you see kind of like a black fungus goo growing on the side of it.
Is it moving, or is it just kind of just like growing like a moss on the side?
More like a moss. It's not like moving or active or anything like that.
I'll have to deal with that later. I'm gonna get off of Gilly and tell her to go protect the horses. Guys, we're not alone. We're the only ones living here. There's undead.
Brilliant. Can you kill the undead?
Yeah. We've already done that once when those skeletons popped up back at the castle.
Is there any
Like, that was
way that I could
Different
like?
circumstance.
Is there any way I could put like my hands on the ground and somehow summon like a trail to the dead, to where like it would lead me to the dead?
I don't think you have any spells that would allow for that now.
Oh, there's nothing. Okay.
Cass is gonna go up and check the door.
Just
I'm gonna see if it's locked.
okay. Give me an investigated. An investigation check.
That should be pretty obvious. It's like either it's locked or it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, well, yeah. I get an extra D4 on investigate checks. So, all right, it's not locked. Cass is gonna like just ever so gently it's probably one of the older, if it's got a knob or whatever, just gently. Does it open out or in?
Opens in.
Just like creak it just a little bit open. So it's off the bolt, and then just kick it the rest of the way.
Bam.
Look alive, because they're not.
Yeah.
And then I'm drawing my hammer and giving it a good twirl. I'll be like, time to crack some skulls.
I follow pursuit.
I take it the rear.
Short legs.
I should probably do better about showing you that there are doors.
So one here and here.
Is that a hallway? Or
That's
door?
that one right here is more of like a hallway. There's a door here, a door there that you can see so far.
All right, I'm gonna peek around the hallway here.
It just goes to a dead-end brick wall.
Can I peek inside this, like when you quietly open a door?
Give me a stealth check.
Steven, you should have been the one to do this.
I learned my lesson in Dave's campaign.
Ooh,
At 20.
okay. So, I open the door ever quietly to peer my head inside to see the room and what's happening inside. Or what may lay inside.
So with that, you see 3 not animated, so just 3 skeletons strewn across the floor.
Rip off their skulls.
So are they straight up fucking dead?
You
I didn't
can
tell they're up dead.
you can go look at them or investigate it.
Can I investigate from the doorway? Or do I have to walk up to them?
I'll walk in. Cass is like, whatever.
Is there any action I can ready as well?
Like for what?
Oh, I don't know. Just anything to help. I'm
Just
scared.
a help act.
Cass wants to go check out the bodies.
I had guidance. Can I cast guidance upon Cass to help him with an ability check?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
All right, I want to check out these 3 not moving skeletons.
How do I cast guidance, guys?
You just say you do. It doesn't have to a roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And then give me an investigation check.
All right, so I get a flat roll, and then I get an extra D4 because of my mark awarding thing, and then an extra D4 from guidance. So that is a 25.
Are you just looking at them, peering around them, or are you touching them?
I'm checking them for items, checking everything around them.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
I'm sorry, y'all.
As you touch these skeletons, they start to twitch and sit up, and you just hear this as they get up and draw some swords.
My rolls are not it.
Right.
All right, make sure I use the blunt end.
Right. Rick, I should probably get back on the right layer here.
It's gonna sneeze.
All right, and Luminora, what did you roll? 16.
16.
Okay, so as Cass is starting to touch them a little bit, the first one's just gonna reach straight out and just short sword for a 23 to hit.
On me?
On Cass, yep. For 9 piercing.
Well, 23's not, it would only be a 5. It wouldn't be.
Oh, yep, you're right. For 5 piercing.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not.
All right. The second one is going to run over to you. Also take its short sword.
Dear God.
And crits for 10 more.
Oof.
And then the last one sees Luminora standing in the doorway and swings for 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Swings and misses, clangs into the wall.
Yeah, you miss on an AC 16, but you can get above AC 20 twice.
Huzzah! That's what you get for TPKing me.
I didn't even TPK you. I only killed you. That's not even a T.
Yeah, that's right. But you full on killed me. I only survived because I had a scroll of Revivify.
Mm-hmm.
Luminor, that's now you.
Oh, sorry. Can I backtrack here and actually, 1 second. Let me read my notes. I'm so sorry. Okay. Can I backtrack potentially and use my reaction of Halo of the Spores?
What do you mean by backtrack? Like step out of the room?
Oh no, I'm sorry. So he's within 10 feet of me. So like when he attacked me, can I like react to it? Or in my new round, since we talked about this, can I use that against him?
Yeah, he's within range. You just wouldn't have a reaction until your next turn.
You know
Yes.
what? I'm just gonna. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna use my scimitar
Okay.
against this guy here.
The one around the corner, kind of.
Yeah, is that disadvantage or anything?
No.
Okay.
It's within 5 feet.
Ooh.
5 misses. Sorry. All right, and then any bonus action or anything like that?
Is
You
it a
can
reaction
use
of
your
bonus?
Halo spores.
Yeah, is that like a bonus type thing?
Well, it's
It's
just
a
a
reaction.
just a general reaction. So
Okay.
You get one reaction around.
I think I will use that.
on the first one there.
Yes, around the corner there.
Okay, and that's necrotic, right?
Um,
Necrotic damage.
Yeah.
I think it does. It passed.
okay.
What the fuck? Why are skeletons rolling so well? This is dumb. Then that's now Cass's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna try to smash this thing with my hammer.
All right, it's just
Oof, that's a horrible
11
roll.
misses. I apologize. So then that's up to Valerian.
How big is that doorway? You think I could easily kind of slide between the...
It's like one of those things where if you were like two people could fit through it sideways, sort of thing.
Okay, so it's nice and wide. Like there's no...
You could probably shoot one of the ones fighting me.
Luminora like shift sideways without risking anything.
As long as she doesn't move away from it physically. She can turn and...
Grant him more leeway, so to say.
So... Alright, so I'll have Mr. Owl there. I will just... I guess I'll just take a pop shot with my crossbow.
Which one are you aiming at? The first one or the middle one?
Yeah, I suppose.
Is your owl giving you the help action?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, so you get to roll again. Pick the higher of the two.
15.
15 hits.
9.
Luminora just
Plus sneak attack.
feels. Yeah.
Plus my... What is the...
2d6.
2d6. Couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2. It's an extra 5 for a total of 14.
Yeah. Luminara, you feel Jag Hoover just flutter in past your head while your hair is still reacting to the wind. Just you hear as a crossbow bolt shoots past your head, and you just see this skeleton just drop as it goes through the eye socket, and it just drops to nothingness. Bones
Then if
scatter, that you hear them clank, and that's
If Jadger stays over here next to this guy, would that give Cass advantage when it's his turn?
that would still count as flanking, I'd say, right, Dave?
Technically no, because he's not a combatant. He can't attack.
Okay. Well, then he'll just come back over here.
I lied.
I tried.
Can he distract?
But that's what he just did to help with his shot.
Oh,
He's basically doing the help action.
gotcha.
So then, with that, the one skeleton is going to swing at Cass. That's still standing. Swings and misses hardcore. The other one is going to swing at Luminora, who's still in the doorway. Just keeps banging the sword on the door frame. Just clang, clang, clang. And then that's back to you, Luminora.
Okay. I am going to use Halo of the Spores again. Halo of Spores.
14, I think, passes. What's your spell DC? I think it's 13.
Where do I find that?
It would be 13 because it'd be 3 plus 2 plus 8.
Okay.
So, passes again. No damage there. 18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for him. That's fine. With vulnerability to... Never mind. That's not bludgeoning.
Nope, it's slashing.
Does that mean that it would be... Takes more damage, though? Takes double or something like that?
Yeah, if they get hit with bludgeoning, it does double damage.
Okay. So, yeah, Luminora, you walk in, you swing your scimitar, clangs into it, definitely just connects with bone. You see the bone start to splinter as it stumbles back and just kind of like roars back at you, and then that is Cass.
Alright, I'm going to step up here so I can get 2 guys in my melee range and swing on the one who I was fighting the first time. Because... Oh, baby! Nat 20.
Yeah.
There we
That's
go.
what's up.
So that is a total of 17 bludgeoning, doubled to 34.
With one solid swing. Yeah, fuck it. They're both within melee. They're not right next to each other, but this is just too good. You just swing. Take out the head of the first one that you were already swung at, and its skull just comes off, follows the hammer all the way around to the next guy as it just shatters against the wall, and they both are donezo.
Full Zelda spin slash. Kind of.
Huh?
Valerian walks up to Castor, grabs him, reaches up, grabs him by the beard, and pulls his head down, and it says, "Don't fucking touch dead things." And just like lets him go.
I punch him right in the face.
Give me an attack roll.
Alright. Since I'm not
Luminora
proficient,
just stumbled backwards laughing.
I'm not proficient in unarmed fighting, it's just a raw strength check. Nope, that's 12.
I think because of the height difference, as you swing up towards Valerian, he's just able to like lean back just a little bit. He's not a whole lot taller than you because you are tall for a dwarf, but
I forgot you were a dwarf.
it's just enough.
Sorry, I pulled a Disney there.
Does he turn towards the door?
Which door?
Sorry, this one. So is he moving? Yeah. So is he gonna turn towards Luminora here?
I don't know. How do you dodge, Valerian?
See, sure. Probably just lean back. I doubt he has that much of an arm reach, so just reach back.
Yeah, because technically I would have flanking.
She's not a combatant against me.
I don't know. You're running your mouth.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, do you lean back, you dodge the punch, do you turn to go through the door to walk out of the room with Luminora standing here?
I imagine that since we're done in this room, that he would walk out, yeah.
Okay, great. Can I throw a punch at him now?
I'm going to start hitting back.
Roll me a strength check.
Fucking funny.
Jesus fuck.
I think it's great. There we go.
The fuck did I do?
Probably gonna miss on this, but
Yeah, you do. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you,
mage armor
Castor,
would-
for that extra HP. Or the extra AC.
Alright, well now that they're all dead.
After she misses too, I walk past her, and then I have my owl just fucking start pecking at her as I walk away.
I'm gonna check the room again.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I have some guidance there, Luminar?
yes, yep. Offer guidance.
Alright, so oh boy. That's a nat 1. Even with 2 plus 2d4, it's not gonna do much.
The room's empty.
6. I don't find anything.
Now where are you going in the house?
So question is, do we proceed down the hallway or do we go through this door? What do you guys want to do?
Valerian continues down the hall.
This room looks big though.
Yeah, I want to check the handle, see if this one's locked.
It's not.
Valerian, maybe you should do a stealth check on the door.
Maybe you guys should go fuck yourself.
Oh, he's butthurt.
Yeah, then I just kick that door in.
Okay. Bust open the door. There's 2 more skeletons.
All right, is it still like my action turn or what is it?
Yep. Because you just kicked in the door, so.
Bitch slap. That is a 24 to hit that guy.
Absolutely does.
And that is 12 doubled to 24.
You kick open the door and you just see the skeleton like, ah! You swing down the hammer and just bones everywhere. Just clank, 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 clank. And then you hear a gnarled roar from down the hall, a little bit to your right.
All right. Well, probably end of my turn there.
Yep. So then that's Valerian's turn.
Found more playmates.
Valerian walks this way.
Oh, someone is
Down the
butthurt.
hall. He continues down the
Hey,
hall.
somebody grabbed the
No,
dwarf's beard, which is like a capital offense in the Moorholds.
He has utter faith in his companion.
Okay. And then that's going to be the skeleton's turn then. I'm just going to stumble up to Cass, swing its short sword. Just bounces right off the plate mail. It's just clank. Does nothing to it. Now it's Luminora.
Can I cast Healing Word over Cass?
Yeah. Don't worry too much. I'm doing fine. Save it for if we need it.
Oh yeah.
All right. I even though I've taken some big hits, I'm still at 19 health.
Okay. Is there room for me to sneak around Cass to the other side of him, to the left there?
He's a hardy guy. Roll me. Do you want to be within melee range? Like sneak between him and the skeleton, or sneak behind Cass?
I want to use my scimitar. So should I move here?
I mean, he's kind of in melee range as is if the door's open.
So could I just kind of sneak in my scimitar and stab him?
I'll allow that.
Okay. Rolling a 15.
15 hits. Roll damage.
Damages 8 slashing.
All right. So you just kind of poke around the corner, just prison
Kind of like
shank.
a hobbit. Kind of like a hobbit. He's
prison
my
shank
shield, but
rules.
I'm just going in through there, just stabbing the bitch for 8 slashing.
All right. And it kind of roars because it was not expecting that at all. And then do you want to use Halo of Spores?
But yeah, if I can through the doorway there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's see if he makes a con save.
It did.
Wow.
How
Jesus.
are they this good?
Yeah, they're hardy skeletons.
All right. Now that is back to you, Cass.
What about? Yeah, all right. Then I'll smack that thing again. Yeah, that's a 17.
Yeah, it hits.
That's another 24 damage.
How does this one die?
Oh, I just pick up the door that I kicked open and probably kicked off the hinges and just smash it into the wall with it.
Fuck yeah. All right. Perfect. So no longer in combat. Where are you guys going?
Is there any doors or anything down here or here?
There's a door right here that you kicked basically the other door into.
Yeah, I
That's a
just can't see
hallway.
it. Yeah, I can't see it through the skeleton body. But what about down here? Is there any kind of further, or is it just wall?
It's just wall.
Okay.
There is a door down here as well.
All right. On to the next room to clean up.
Luminora, as she's still standing in the hallway, she goes, "Psst. Hey, do you want to venture down here with us?"
I'm assuming that's at
Valerian. Yeah, Valerian.
Right behind you.
I'm going to open this door here in front of me.
Okay. Opens up into an empty room.
Alright, step in, and then for my action, I'm going to use Divine Sense again.
That's 60 feet.
60 feet, any undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover, I know where they are.
It's all clear.
Alright, doesn't seem to be anything in here. Dysland, you disconnected from Roll20.
I think he disconnected from Zoom as well.
Everything.
Oh, he's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, can Luminora walk up to the altar and get more,
The altar would be over here. That right there's a door.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, this is the altar here. So is this an actual church kind of room?
Yeah, there's pews and everything like that. You can kind of gather without even having to roll for it, with the cemetery out around it, that this was, they would hold funeral processions here, bury the people on the land.
Is there a certain type of book at the altar, or a religion, or something like a culture?
Give me a religion check.
So is this looking like a Church of the Sovereign Host, or is it looking like something else?
18.
You see a book closed at the pulpit there, and it has the symbol of the silver flame on it. What do you do with it?
Can I take it with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll for anything, or can I just stuff it in my bag?
As you go to pick it up, it crumbles to dust.
Damn.
The book's been sitting there for hundreds of years.
Silver Flame, huh? They'd be super upset to find one of their temples in this state. And I'll go up and just start knock, knock, and just kick down another door.
Valerian's gonna go down this way. And is this a door here?
Just take a step back. Nope, it's a wall.
Okay, then he's gonna go down to the end of the hall.
These might connect. I'm gonna go behind Cass here.
So I'm gonna throw out a stealth check, because I'm sneaking while my compatriot is blasting doors. 15?
Yeah, Cass is the opposite of stealth, so he's not even trying.
All right, so then you are. So then you come up that way. That's about all you can see because you're still in the hallway. Sorry, I just have to adjust my map a little bit. As you guys enter that room, you see that it opens up. There's windows to the left, some ornate decorations right in front of it, and a door to the right.
And this is just wall back here. Which way are you feeling there, Luminora?
Yes.
Okay. Can I do an investigation check on the statue?
Sure.
Or history, whatever it may be?
Whichever you want.
I'm going to do a history check.
Don't forget the guidance yourself.
Wait, you can cast that on yourself?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter.
It's a nice statue.
It's a nice statue.
Alright, Cass is once again trying to draw all the attention to him and just kicking open another door.
Kick open a door, and it's just a weird sitting room.
But these are doors here.
Yep, both sides.
Alright. Knock, knock.
Door gets kicked open. Just a bunch of bookshelves with various church rhetoric.
I want to do investigation, see if there's anything interesting. Search the books, look for anything that might be out of the ordinary, like it's still in decent shape for its age.
All right.
So it's a 13 plus 3, 16.
16. I mean, some of the books look to be in okay condition despite their age. With the 16, you notice that there is like a stack of parchment on the desk, but there's nothing written in it, like on any of them, but there is a little jar of ink with a quill.
That might be useful. I'll take that with me.
All right, so you snatch up the quill and the ink.
Yep. Check out this one.
Yeah, so Luminora wants to check out this one as well. So she's just gonna open the door. Simple as.
None of these doors are locked. It's a room with a little fireplace. Nothing's burning in it. There's books on shelves around and, a little Davenport and chair. Covered in cobwebs. Looks like this room hasn't been used in a long time.
Okay.
Well, this is going on. What does Valerian do?
I was going to say he goes upstairs, but I wouldn't want to have you to pull up another map.
Well, you can start to go upstairs, and then...
Honestly, I was about to make my way up there, but I was wondering, too, is this like a little table here between the stairs there? Or is it...
It's a door.
Oh, that's a door? Okay.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a door according to this map, but I'm going to say it's a door.
Okay.
I'm just kicking down every door like I'm practicing SWAT drills.
Whoosh. Door opens, and it's outside.
But in this hallway looks like a dead end down here at the bottom.
That's an archway,
It is an archway.
just like this one.
So as you're making your way through room by room, what's going through everyone's head?
Vampires.
Cass is trying to wonder what would have been able to defile a Church of the Silver Flame so extensively.
Valerian's walking around thinking, damn, I traveled halfway across this continent with a bunch of dicks.
I'm just saying, you did grab one of them by the beard to talk shit after you almost died because of negligence like an hour before that.
He started it.
And you didn't wake us up to save our lives. You took it in your own hands. So, Luminora, I took that personally.
And you guys would have been just fine.
You might not have been.
I guess we'll never know.
Alright, so this is like a library or something?
So as you come through the archway, there's just seems to be like another sitting room. There's not a whole lot going on in there, but as you round the corner, there's like a dining room table with just like rotted out food. For as long as some of the stuff in this house has been here, this food shouldn't still look rotten. It should just be like dust, but there's just like rotted food with more of that black, goopy, like mold growing on it.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah.
Perception.
What are you trying to do?
I'm really trying to discern, more so when this food, how old it is, I guess. Like when it became this state, if that's possible.
Okay, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
16.
Could be a couple months, could be a couple of weeks.
And this is like a fireplace here?
Yep.
Looks like there's one more door over here.
Goosh.
It's like a pantry or something.
Yep, like a maid's room. There's a mop and bucket and like a drain hole, basically.
Lovely. Is there another door, or is this just...
Technically on the map, yes, but I'm gonna say no. There's nothing in there.
Alright, something to defile this temple, and I'm not very feeling too good about that. Guess it's time to go upstairs.
Whoa.
So I would say probably Valerian has a head start up here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, at this point in time, Valerian's probably checked out a fair amount of all this.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say he's over here somewhere. Can I just give one investigation check for these rooms?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I call them? Oh, so what is this?
Fireplace.
No.
Kind of like a hearth.
11?
So far, everything that you've seen upstairs, everything is abandoned. Everything's covered in dust and cobwebs and all that.
I think he's just going to kind of stealthily peek into this door here.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
10 on a +7.
Door's unlocked. You don't see really anything in there. The door does creak a little bit, but, that's to be expected.
Yep. I'm going to go with another use of Divine Sense.
So that is for evil, undead, fiends, and what else?
Fiends, undead, and celestials.
And celestials. Nothing.
Alright, nothing within 60?
Nope.
Alright.
But from where you're at...
And I'm just going to say I'm going to be walking, using my action to dodge, and then using my object interaction to open the door.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get smacked again.
Nope. I'd help if I actually click on reveal. Empty rooms.
Alright. Dodge and open door.
Alright. Let's go over here.
Try for this one.
Valerian, as you go through that door, are you trying to be sneaky?
Of course.
Okay.
15 on the stealth.
All right, perfect.
Again, what is this guy here?
It's just an ornate rug.
Go.
It really ties the room together.
Is Cass going for the
Top.
the top door? Okay.
Yep, just dodge action, open door.
Nothing's in there.
Alright. And then to the bottom one, dodge action, open door.
Nothing's in there.
But there is another door on the other side.
Sneak
There
through
is.
door.
So as you try and open that door, you notice that there's Valerian. You notice that there is a placard
What did
on
it
that
say?
door, and it says, "For all that is left, be weary to go right. Neither one nor the other, rather maybe both, but do not go it alone."
Fuck. Okay, can you repeat that?
For all that is left, be weary to go right. Neither one nor the other, rather maybe both. Do not go it alone. In Cass, you see that same thing on your door.
One last time, because I have short-term memory loss.
For all that is left, be weary to go right. Neither one nor the other, rather maybe both. But do not go it alone.
Is the door locked?
Doesn't seem to be.
Should we all three go together? Like through the door?
I got a bad feeling about this. Alright, Cass will make his way around to the others.
Just sneakily open the door with a nat 20 on the stealth check.
The door starts to creak open, and as it does, you find yourselves back on the first floor, just in the middle.
I did the riddle wrong?
Just in the middle of the hallway.
Alright, back upstairs.
Are you just rushing right back upstairs?
Wait. You said this was a empty hallway?
Yes, it just leads to a dead end.
And we've covered pretty much everything on the first floor, right?
Yep. I think we need to go through the other door.
Upstairs it is.
Oh, make your way back to the stairs.
Somebody deleted my token. I was right there.
Sorry, but you got dropped in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
Everyone else dragged their tokens on, so as you get back to the stairs, there's now another skeleton.
So would it be, I guess, because he's top in initiative, his turn, or?
Yep, as you approach. So Luminora, you're probably still in the hallway.
I'm on the stairs. Oh,
Yeah.
so you want me to... Okay.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have walked right past the skeleton.
Oh, this was so long ago. Does everyone remember what their initiative was? Because some of them got deleted for some reason.
I had a 9, I believe.
I thought
I
my
got deleted
alarm-
because
Mine's still on there.
4.
and you had a 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yep. So then the skeleton is going to just take a short bow. Nope, that's way too close. He's going to run up on Luminora and just swing a short sword. Is a 19 hit?
Yes, it does. I'm going to use my reaction, Halo of Spores.
Okay. He passes. These are some constitutional motherfuckers. But you take 6 damage, Luminora.
Damn. Okay.
But now it is your turn.
Sorry. Scimitar.
7, you swing, it clangs off the wall and misses.
Help!
That's up to Cass now.
1, 2, 3, 4. Say hello to flanking, bitch.
21 definitely hits.
And that is 16 damage when you count for vulnerability to bludgeoning.
Crumbles. Just absolutely crumbles. So, you guys head back upstairs.
Yep. There's another door with that placard on the other side.
Yep. So, that would be in this room over here. And, yep, just like before, again, the placard before you go through it says, "For all that is left, be wary to go right. Neither one nor the other, rather maybe both, but do not go it alone." Going through this door?
I want to kind of go through at the same time as Valerian.
Okay.
Can I rehear that again?
Yep. For all that is left, be wary to go right. Neither one nor the other, rather maybe both, but do not go it alone.
Are you sure we should go through this door? Should we try this door again, but both of you at the same time?
I'd say you kind of all went through it together.
We'll just do this door for now.
Yeah, let's try this one.
You end up back downstairs in the hallway.
No.
And there's
Yep.
another skeleton. Sorry, Cass, I'm going to move you back. Yep. Luminora, which token do you want to keep on there? Okay, never mind.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
you-
there was...
Come back in.
Alright,
This
guys, take over.
skeleton comes out. Now that you guys are a little bit further away, it's going to take a short bow attack at Cass. 23
Yeah, another natural 19 for you for...
for 5 piercing. And now that's Luminora's turn.
I'm going to step here and do chill touch.
15 hits, roll for damage. For 6.
Yep, 6 necrotic.
All right, now that's Cass's turn again.
4! Nope, that's a miss.
11 swings, you hit the wall. Rocks go flying everywhere, just koosh. But the skeleton remains standing, so now that is to Valerian.
Chad, you're just gonna swoop over behind him, or to the side of him, I guess, and start flapping its wings and hacking at his bony skull. And Valerian's gonna use that opportunity to whip out the old hand crossbow and
15 hits.
for 15 for 6 piercing.
Plus sneak attack.
Okay, plus my 2d6 for sneak.
He's down. You could have You literally could not have not killed him with your sneak attack.
But I had to waste those low rolls, well, except for the 5.
That's fair.
Back upstairs.
Back upstairs.
So let's see here. For all that is left, be weary to go right, nor one or the other, maybe both. But not.
Alright, I'm gonna explore down this hallway more.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's go over here.
See how many doors there are. I have this hunch, but
This is kind of like a balcony looking over into the pew.
alright, and nothing down here.
Let me move. There is a door over here.
Does it have that plaque?
Sorry,
No.
I don't know why there's 2 tokens for me, by the way.
Because the last time we were up here, we didn't delete it.
Yep, I got rid of it. Don't worry.
Alright, so
So
is
there-
that, does
There
that
is
door
no placard on it.
Alright, let's check that one out.
Okay.
Damn it, now I'm wasting my high rolls. What do we find?
Yeah, doors or anything here, Chad?
You don't see a whole lot. There looks to be like a closet door here and here, and that's it.
No doors on this bottom wall?
Nope.
Well, you're gonna open the closet door.
Any doors for this temple here?
What's that?
Any doors to like get into this temple?
It's a balcony to look downstairs.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. It's just a closet.
Alright, while we're doing that, just because I'm starting to get a little bit low, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Also, everyone does have 2 potions of greater healing on them from the region, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm
What
not,
if we timed it out to where we both went into both doors at the same time?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking we gotta do that. That's why I was wondering if there's going to be a third door that we'd all have to go through.
I'm thinking 2 on the right, 1 on the left one. We'd be weary to go right, so I assume there must be like probably some danger from going in through the right or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to see how much I heal myself for. 5, that's not bad.
I have 4 first level healing slots. I can cast Healing Word on you for one of them.
I just did that for myself. Alright, so you want to go over to there, so I'll go through the other door.
All
So
right.
then 3, 2, 1, open sesame.
As you go through both doors, you find a room.
Wow, that's exciting.
He's another door.
We got a piano here.
As you look at the piano, you see yet another note.
I wish my brother George was here.
On it, it just says, Hallelujah, for a miner discovered the secret chord that pleased call Quran.
So, say it again. Hallelujah.
A miner discovered the secret chord that pleased call Quran.
Hallelujah in A minor.
Well, it's a modern reference, so it would be, heard there was a sacred chord. David played Please the Lord. Moves like this, the 4th, the 5th, the minor, 3rd, the major lift, but does never gives an actual
Of course it would be.
letter chord in the song. So, but I want to try a C minor chord.
It just makes it's out of tune, but it just makes the sound of a C minor chord.
Yeah, that's because it was a minor discovered, and what was the next?
A miner discovered the secret chord that pleased call Quran
Is minor spelled with an O or an E?
with an O.
The minor falls, the major lifts. The baffled king composing Hallelujah.
Is there anything in this room that I can discern?
What are you looking for? Oh, and there's nothing in that closet. It's a closet.
Minor discovered the secret chord.
A minor and A major.
I want to open up the piano and look at the wires.
There's a lot of cobwebs in there.
Yeah, I don't care. It's cobwebs.
Give me an investigation check.
And a spider.
Alright. Investigation, that is 17 plus a d4 for 18.
You notice that because this piano is pushed up into the corner, that some of the strings run through the back of the piano into the wall.
Can I discern what notes they are connected to?
Oh, what check would I want that to be? Give me a performance check. I'll say with advantage because you already went this far and got that far.
That's a 16.
You see that there's 3 of them in the middle. There's an A, a C, and an E.
What did the note say again?
Hallelujah, for a miner discovered the secret chord that has pleased call Quran.
Maybe Let's see, ACE. I'm just gonna hit those 3 at the same time, like a chord.
As you do, you hear rumbling in the room next to you, but there's a wall without a door, and you hear some rumbling, and it sounds like rocks falling.
Wow, I really brought the house down. Oh boy, stairwell.
I'm not sure what to make of this picture, Chad.
What picture?
That one.
It looks like a descending stairwell.
Yeah, it's a descending stairwell. There was a rock wall. I had to modify this, okay? I didn't do a great job. There was a rock wall here that was blocking your entrance to it.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
That wall is dropped. Now there's a stairwell going down.
Okay, let's go to the stairwell, guys.
Yeah, going down.
Sneaking my ass down there. Oh, another nat 20 on the stealth.
And then as you descend, you go further and further down, starts to smell warm and hot and putrid. And then finally you come to an opening in what looks to be a cellar. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Ooh.
I feel bad, honestly, because with my original, it was a 2-part puzzle, and the second part was much more difficult. But I felt that.
What was the key to that, by the way?
It was D, E, E flat, F. The 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major lift in the key of A minor.
I was going in that direction. I don't know the actual notes of it. I just was going to be.
That's fair.
Hit the 4th one, the 5th one.
Yeah. So, if our listeners like what we're doing and would like to support us, please go over to our Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. Also, share, subscribe in order to stay up to date on episodes, announcements, and things like that. Does anyone have anything that they want to plug?
Nope, not for me.
No?
Not for me either.
I just hope that all you guys have a wonderful week.
Aw. If you like other nerdy shit, you can always check out our other podcasts at the All Things Nerd Podcast, kind of in its name, but you can find that at allthingsnerdpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Well, that's it from all of us here. Goodbye from the Kobolds in the Basement.
Later.
Deuces.